Oh, it does work. Alright, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn modded playthrough of North Korea. Uh wait, does that button hold up, I gotta try something. I'm gonna have to splice these together. Oh, I do not need that to be the hotkey. Well, I guess that could work. Sorry, I made the hotkey for my pause and play, the pause button. I might need to change it to control pause or something. Now it starts my recording. So So I could see that being problematic, but it may not be because it'll end at the exact moment. But I don't know. I don't feel comfortable with that. It feels risky. I did not realize it started the gameplay though. All right. Hold up. We got a lot of events popping. I don't want to crash immediately. Ah, why? There goes all my political power again. 150. No, they're insane. I'm not doing any of that. I will gladly sacrifice all the political power we ever gained to spite these people. This is tough. Do I have a power problem or do I have a construction problem? I know I have a construction problem, thus the 37% unemployment. I also kind of have a power problem. Because I know our power is only at some. But I have more of a power problem. So let's deal with what we can handle from that standpoint. Which is absolutely nothing. We're just going back to agricultural systems. All right, we'll boost the speed up again. All right, so we did get a foothold in Brunei. I do have all our battle plans kind of laid out. So then what we can do from here. Do I have another force of units? Okay, I do. Yeah, so we're short manpower and armored person. Armored personnel characters or vehicles. Guyana is getting attacked by Venezuela right now. Oh boy. There's a lot going on. What's our debt to GDP ratio right now? 21%. It's actually not bad. I think I'm going to go ahead and yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start working on our foreign investment more. So let's look at who we can invest in. China, Japan, and Korea are going to be primary targets of war. The Wa state. Oh, Thailand has a breakaway region? Yeah, they're not related to anyone. Okay, let's see if they want roads. We'll invest heavily in roads. Central Intelligence Agency. Doing okay. Obviously not very big. We didn't have a lot of money. Let's go ahead and hack into China, Russia, and Japan. They need to be on the docket. As we are working on factories. Let's see. Palau is down. How close are they? Not close at all. All right. Well, the not Kim guy here is gonna be very important for our future. Yeah, because I can't really bump spending. And Greece is so much further ahead in the time frame of me filming this, even though the actual gameplay time is like a couple of years behind. Like it's not progressing as fast, but more is going on, which is wild considering the environment. Because we started off with the ability to start wars, technically, but with the ability, the ability to, but not the capability to. There's a there's a very distinct difference there in the application. Like we could declare war against people. Can't do anything once we do. All right, so we're getting APCs built. Yeah, we don't have any spare yards. That kind of stinks. I think we got our third gen fighter jet, didn't we? So I need to go ahead and design that. Even though I don't think I can even put anything on it. It's worthwhile. Yeah, we got air-to-air hard points. And somehow I have 30 mil cannons. They're better than the Greek fighters. So I didn't design a... I have not... Okay. So swept wings. We do have countermeasures. We have some research. I could do range extension. Because I know I can utilize it. Check radar mods. That's at 101. Make sure everything's updated, and this will be our first fighter. We'll call this just our air superiority fighter, I guess. So 2022 North Korean air superiority 1. And we'll call this in memory of the leader, the Kim. Oh, it is too expensive. I didn't look at all. We'll just save it to a file then. I'll have to make a new one. Air superiority. Alright, well, that's depressing. I always do that to myself. I get ahead of things and then I'm like, oh, I don't have any power. There is no power. Alright, Malaysia. Malaysia and then the Philippines. So we're following that like Imperial Japanese style battle plan, and I think that might work for us. Oh, how dare you, Korea? How dare you? All right, what about the Philippines? Okay. Well, that changes everything. So who owns... So Indonesia's good. Looks like Malaysia is friends with South Korea here. Now, I don't think they were earlier. So these battle plans are effectively pointless. Though I can get more airfields, so we can do more. Um, we can actually do an airborne drop into the Philippines if that's what it's gonna take. Unfortunately, that's what it seems like. So here we are. Definitely need to start going down the tree here that gives pop growth. Make sure our foot infantry is aligned out. Yeah, so we got fuel. We're making all that. Definitely need rail lines. Build speed. It's actually really disappointing. South Korea making political moves that matter. So I guess. Yeah, let's go back to SOCOM. We'll delete these battle plans here. That's not actually going to matter for us right now. It will, just not right away. Yeah, because I was hoping to have an easier fight to get into the Philippines. So if they own some of this island nation stuff right here, what is this? The Spratleys? This is owned by Vietnam. Man, this island chain right here is a mess. China, Vietnam, Malaysia. What a nightmare. All right, how many seas would I have to pass through here? 298. You've got 2 sets of seas to get into Vietnam. 298 and 193. Still cheaper than this one would be 773. So the sum total of both of these waters is less. I just need to have the naval base here. Both of these built out. Got it. And actually, I can do a naval invasion here. Take over this airfield. And all these ports. That could probably help as well. Alright, so we have a fuel problem, but I also have a power problem at the same time. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and work on space tech first. We need to boost our research speed, period. Trade, let's go ahead and trade for oil again. Bump up our fuel spending to a factory. Yeah, so we have space-based weapons done. Okay. Okay. Not the best thing that could have happened. That's for sure. We'll stop that since he's capped. This unit needs to train. Yeah, I'll go ahead and add these guys to Army Group 1. The first army. Can't believe that's the thing. Like, I mean, I can believe it, but it's like, that's just disappointing. Alright, so then if the Philippines are going to be our target. Alright, well, I crashed, so I'm replaying some part of this. I don't know how far back this is. I don't know if I already got through the part where I realized South Korea is guaranteeing Malaysia now, or has always been, and I didn't see it. I had to have, though, because our orders are canceled. I think I was on the spying part, where the Philippines just don't have a army produced right now, which makes me want to do this. Even though we wouldn't be able to get a foothold, I gotta think about battle strategy here. If I am going to attack the Philippines, so there's a couple different things I want to think about. First off, can I get enough ships here to do a naval invasion? I would have to have 300 naval dominance in this water. I'm gonna go by tens just because. So I need probably around, I want to say average of 15 per ship, so like 20 ships, right? And then here I'm gonna need 200, so maybe like 15. And our navy can push not that much. I'll have to get this annex though, so I can put these ships here and actually see what happens. As we got our first frigate made. Corvettes doesn't show their naval dominance stat, but it can't be very high. Gotta be more like the submarines. Yeah, we've got a lot of subs though, so hopefully that'll work out. Alright. We're gonna progress forward here. Get out of the naval view. Let's go back to Air Force plans. I have 2 air bases. Right? Yeah, so I have 2 air bases I can work with. That's 500 planes each, so I can have 1,000 planes in range, and then I can use our long range strategic bomber heavy lift aircraft to supply. So I can field 1,000 air superiority probably. One would hope. Right, so theoretically 1,000 air superiority. Let's go ahead and invest in roads in Malaysia. I may try and get them to have a civil war. No, let's check. Let's check the island. Yeah, so we've lost all our influence in the island chain. Okay. What's this? Who owns this? Indonesia does. Yeah, we'll go back to investing up here in the Wall State. All right, so battle plan is either going to be stack all our ships, invade this island, build up a naval yard. Oh no, we have a naval yard there. Let's see what the naval... I may have to build a naval yard here. Yeah, so if I built a naval yard here, I might be able to naval invade this, even with our minimal ships. So, no, I could go directly up here. Alright, so we actually may be able to do a naval invasion as gimped as our military is. So let's yeah, let's work on a marine division. Let's make sure our marine divisions are up to spec here. 2009 North Korean Marines. I don't know what we're producing right now. I need to reevaluate my decisions. Hold up. We're not making an artillery. Poland, Russia are just having at it, huh? I should have transport helis to some extent because of this. More than I do utility vehicles. Alright, so taking that into consideration, let's swap. We have APCs. This is utility vehicles though. Um Man, not having AA is gonna be a pain. If we were to add an artillery, it lowers our org by a ton. And recovery rate. And it only gives minor increases in soft and hard attack. It does give more armor though. Oh, for the self-propelled though. I don't really see that as worth it. Doesn't really add to the division. It just makes it more expensive with less stats. This adds significant value. Keeping it under 30 still. I just think this uses a ton of special forces. Does it tell what your special forces commitment is? If I were to add, that makes that go up to 41. I don't want to do that yet. I don't want to save this because it's gonna... We'll reset. I think the only thing I'm going to change here is this and make this helicopter support. And we'll bump this to 2022. Can I train this? And we're still short APCs. If I were to train it, I can have 2 units. Not a lot. So the question is it better to go some naval marines and combine them with foot infantry? I think that's what I'm going to do. Because I do need to get some marine divisions. So we'll make 2. We'll combine these with foot infantry and regular APC divisions. Alright, let's go to the upkeep, make sure we're clicking all our stuff. We get perks, we might as well use them. Let's go ahead and sell weapons and medical relief. Definitely cannot afford the resource extraction while we regain all our lost political power, which is ridiculous. And we're slowly working through all that autonomy. What did we research? Special forces again? Gives an org bonus. That's actually crazy good. Yeah, so 50 and 60 GDP per capita are going to be huge for us. How's the power situation? Not great. Got it. All right, we do have enough money. South Asia with Bhutan, whatever this place is, looks like a great place to invest in. No, not. It's really not. Oh man. Somehow have low manpower. It's throwing me off. I also don't know how much time or how long this episode is gonna be, just because of it crashing in the almost dead middle of it, from what I believe it was, or when it was. So you have that going on. That whole situation doesn't help. All right, what's our construction speed? 175. Actually, not as bad as it could be, considering what we've already gone through and what we're about to deal with. I'll take it. What does it cost to increase healthcare? 1.5. So it's almost 500 million to go to emergency treatment. Oh man. Yeah, and then someone wanted to see the equipment stockpiles we do have. And I'm going to go ahead and keep going with all that. Yeah, so we have, it's basically showing us having no yield from our production of material goods. That's hilarious. This is actually a better summary of resources than the trade menu to me. Really don't look at this screen that much. And you can see consumption here. That's cool. I haven't looked at these charts over the years. Look at that. So this was the Civil War, I assume. This only like 7 years or something? Can we do total production? Yeah, you can definitely tell where we lost our factories and then regain them through the Civil War. That's drastic. That's crazy. All right. We're going to hit up the ledger as I wrap this up. And we're at a lovely 1 point something, probably 1.5, still behind Bangladesh. Yep, 1.2. Drat. Haiti's still doing better than we are. Industry wise, is this ordered? No, it's not. Not ordered at all. We are at what, 35 factories? We're actually not that far behind in factories, so economically, we have a lot of potential. That's pretty cool. Anyway, I'll catch everyone on the next episode. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good one.